It's been a minute, and I'm so excited. As soon as I launched the game, I'm like, ooh wee, we're back in Scissor Town. We're back in Scissor City. Scissor me timbers type shit. And I'm fucking fucked. I'm so ready to eat pussy. Anyways, fuck, why do I always get a snack when I have a visual novel game? God damn it. It's lesbian time. It's lesbian. I don't fucking know. Um, totally didn't have a nap, and that's why I pushed stream back in half an hour. But hopefully that's okay with you guys, and if not, not because I had a nap or anything. Do I remember what happened? We, wow, 12 months. Happy birthday! Oh my god, happy birthday to the membership! Holy moly, that's a long time. Really? Have I been monetized for a year already? Holy moly. That's awesome sauce. Wow. That's incredible. Thank you. Big kiss. I don't remember. Log? Tell me what happened. Log told me nothing. The logs lie! They are trying to uncover a bad guy. That's all I remember. The words slipped out of Jesus before she could stop them. What words? I don't remember. Oh, that's not a button. When was... Hold on, wait. Menu. When was the last time I played? November. Wow. It's been a minute. It's okay. You can be behind me. Anyways, what's my buttons? Clicking? No, that doesn't sound right. E? The hyena operative held by Eclipse. It's not E. J. I don't know why I would have been J. Enter. Obviously. Obvious choice. It had to be the woman she and Dale met just before heading to Hathor. The only thing, not the only thing, one of the main things I remember is that this place is only women. I mean, what? Did I say that correctly? This place only has women. That's my paradise. I haven't played it in my VN since like Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's tough out here. I have so many visual novels lined up. It's not even a joke. I have so many lined up, and I just don't do it. Log, give me context. Log, twist your ankle. Log said, fuck you, and shoved a cactus up my ass. Only woman sounds nice, right? Men, fictional? Yes. Like Venti, Eventil, of course. But in a land with only women, yes, please. Mine's too emotional for me. I'd like to feel something. Please kiss me. She had definitely been alive when they left. Who? Are you saying someone infiltrated headquarters? I don't remember which voices I gave them. Yes, including the facilities. Headquarters experienced a 5-minute blackout last night. Bro, it's been a fucking year! Ah! Holy crap! A year is crazy! 12 months of monetization. Ah! I'm so flabbergasted. It's already been a year. What do I do with myself? Should I make a video? I won't, because I fucking can't. I'm so fucking burnt, like a fucking... of anything that's burnt, I guess. Of course I'm not even real, just a figment of your imagination. Well, if you're a figment of my imagination did a really good job. Anyways, we believe the intruder acted during that window. A blackout. Yeah, a blackout happened, and then one of the bad guys people that they had in their office disappeared. Jesus unconsciously knitted her eyebrows together. A year of being the first Chuchu. Ah, you guys, you're making me so happy. A whole year. That's amazing. A year ago, I was a different person with a different microphone, with a different monitor, with a different desk, in a different country, in a different continent. But now, I have a different microphone, a different monitor, a different desk, in a different country, in a different continent. And everything is, you know, quite the same, actually. Toasted is an understatement, if we may. Yeah, I suppose. Eclipse was supposed to be impregnable. Impregnable. A fortress protected by the most advanced security systems in the world. Automatic emergency protocols should have activated into the Holy Mother of God! It's been a hot minute since I did a visual novel. I have to train. Gotta train back on it. Why do I have to train? I just do. Whether during air raids, errors, accidents, or natural disasters, a blackout shouldn't have been possible. A blackout? That's impossible. The emergency system should have activated. They didn't. And thanks to that damn burnt necklace, I lost the entire research. What's the true point of having emergency systems if they don't work? Stupid Anubis. Don't we have any leads or suspects? None. Not even a single clue. What? There are no real blind spots in the CCT network in and around the compound. Shouldn't we be able to identify at least a few suspicious individuals? I'm not falling for the Also, I watched Alien Stage. Let's fucking go! Eee! I'm waving my Yvonne and Till plushies right now. Can you hear them? I'm waving them around. They're like fitting perfectly in my hand and I can choke them. They're kissing each other. I love. Anyways, thank you for watching it. It makes me really happy. Oh, I can't reach to put them back. So they're gonna sit right in front of you guys, actually. One of us. All the CCT footage has been erased. Sorry, but what kind of nonsense is that? Don't we have a mole in our depths as well? Don't we have somebody, I think, probably, I don't know if that's been addressed, but if it hasn't been, I'm sure there is. Ryan's rigid expression and her silence were answers enough. Max pressed on, as if moving through a checklist. What about the station detection-type agents? No reports have come in from them yet. Jesus, who had been quietly following the exchange, spoke up carefully. That operative was just a minor hyena underling. Would anyone really go as far as to infiltrate Eclipse just to silence someone like her? The moment the words left her mouth, a flash of realization struck her like lightning. Ooh, you know who I like? I do remember that shape-shifting one who was like doing the funny, not the funny, they like were different animals or whatever. I remember a mole. I'm not crazy. Favorite has to be round 3. Already downloaded the playlist to my premium videos so I can watch it whenever I'm on the plane. You know my goo. You know my goo goo gaga. You know my fellow goo goo gaga-ness. Yeah. Absolute fucking cinema, I might say. Roxanne. I fucking can't. I'm sorry. I don't know. Don't ask. Yeah. God, I love everything about Alien Stage. Is so not funny. The songs are peak. The visuals are peak. So black. Black as it can be. And then the voice actor for Yvonne, he actually is like learning how to play Black Star on the guitar. And I'm like, I love it when people love the characters they voice. It's absolute peak. Oh, Chuchu, I have a video I need to send you later. Yay! I love the videos you send me. Sure, I may forget sometimes. Or be in a daze and not even remember. Guitar. Did I say it wrong or did I just not say it at all? Guitar. Guitar. I had a... Of course, it's on my loop in my ADHD head. Put the series on my other friends. That's fucking awesome. We need to keep passing it over like a blunt. Currently, my most listened to song, like I have a moment where I listen, like I have like one song or two songs that I'm like listening to a lot from Alien Stage. Right now, it's Unknown Till the End, which is round 2, I think, and Scars, which is not part of the rounds, but it's like because they have a lot of songs that are just songs by themselves. And Scars is my everything. Just thinking about it makes me want to cry. Anyways, Robert, if you want more Alien Stage, there's comics and extra songs that are very good. You said it in a silly way. Guitar. Fuck. I don't even. Guys, editor, run it back so I can hear how funny I said it, Lee. Fuck. Can I speak? Scars hurt so good. I know. God, I love it so much. It's just, it is perfect in every single way. This song is literally perfect. No notes. No notes for any of them because I'm not musically talented. But no notes, no nothing. It's perfect. It's literally the epitome of the perfect song. Anyways, I have a visual novel in front of me. The moment the words left her mouth, a flash of realization struck her like a lightning cord. Unknown Till the End, my fave since day one is Scars. Amazing. Unknown Till the End. Ooh, you know what song I didn't listen to, but it came up while I was listening, and I liked it. Oh, by the way, All In, which but like Till's version, I love that one too. I don't know, maybe I'm just a whore. Also, Weege, but it's the Yvonne Till version, makes me want to cry because it sounds like he's listening to the recording of it. Anyways, if I get on, I should just make a stream dedicated to Alien Stage. What is the song? Tell me, YouTube. You gave me the song. You gave me the song. Which one was it? Alien Stage. Meetsy. Mirror. Yeah, it was pretty, like, she gone crazy. It was pretty neat. I wouldn't say my favorite, but I still liked it. They know how to cook. Yes, you should. Well, I'm gonna have guest stars Angel and Prim there as well to continue bouncing off Alien Stage with me. Bouncing their ass with me, I mean pause. The moment the words, oh my god, say that for another fucking time. The only meaningful information the woman had shared was the link between Claudia and the hyena. Someone desperate to hide Claudia's, who the fuck is, hold on, Google. Tell me who Claudia is. Who's your favorite, Robert, now that you watched it? Who's your favorite character from Alien Stage? Eclipse, holy crap. Eclipse Special Forces Claudia. Not video. Who's that? Nobody knows. She has no face, actually. Never mind. No, there is no music right now. There is nothing. It is complete silence. Because if I do this... Oh, I just closed the game. I thought it would go to menu. I thought it would go to the main menu, not exit the whole... Sorry. Brain of a fucking nut. Brain of a fucking peanut, I swear to god. Okay. So there's sound, right? And then there is it. And it's quite bizarre. I think it's like, to be fair, maybe there's gonna be music starting soon, but the reason, I'm just yapping too much that we're in so much silence, but it feels, I don't like it when some visual novels are complete silence for a long period of time. It'd be funny to say Acorn, he sounded way deeper than Till in the song, even if it was for a second. If you said Acorn, I would have laughed. I feel like Acorn is like an inside joke in the fandom or something. Aroshi, everyone. Hey, listen. Don't put exit there. Could mean anything. Someone desperate enough to hide Claudia's involvement. Maybe Claudia was that spy, or that person. Emergency system suspiciously failing to activate, an intruder who leaves no trace. This incident. Jesus starts to peek and then faltered. All the evidence pointed to one conclusion, but saying it out loud filled her with dread. Whoa, 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 whoa. It might be an inside job. Where's the music? Eclipse, with the most advanced defense humanity has, let someone slip in and commit murder inside the building. Oh yeah, someone got. I forgot about that, to be honest. And we don't have a single lead? I'm single. Sua, because girl, I can relate. Fuck, I love Sua. I'm actually gonna make her on Tomodachi soon. Wait, is that a spoiler? No, it's probably fine. Sue is so great. I love this cast of characters, for real, for real. Ryan nodded quietly, seeming to agree with Jesus' words. I think Angel's favorite is Till and Prim's favorite is Yvonne. Mine is Yvonne Till together. I can't really choose, that's why I buy them together. But I like Mitzi too. I like all of them. I like, yeah, I like Acorn too. Like, you died and are a lesbian? You sacrificed yourself for your lesbian lover? You killed yourself? This is the most plausible explanation. Unless it was some formless ghost, no one could infiltrate Eclipse without leaving a trace. Yvonne just 0 thoughts. Ah, God, I love them. They're so baby girl. I'm just gonna say it on stream because it's just you guys. It's the homies, right? On my Tomodachi Life Island, I got Yvonne to call Till my love and Till to call Yvonne darling. And I'm like, I hear this. It's so stupid. Not stupid, but I love them. I am so mentally ill. Either someone inside assisted them or the spy handled it personally. Has to be one of those two. Oh my god, I lost my breath. Suddenly there was sound. Ryan gently rubbed the bridge of her nose, weariness momentarily flickering across her features. Based on the information you've gathered, it's clear this incident is also tied to that heretical group. Those bastards. They pulled off something far too dramatic just to silence a single low-level pawn. Their goal wasn't even just silence. It was a blatant declaration of the war against Eclipse. With a quiet breath, her icy gaze shifted behind the clear lenses towards Ricky. Ricky, analyze this sample. As quickly as possible. Ryan handed the bottle of red liquid she had received from Jesus to Ricky. I had a bottle of liquid? Always bossing me around. Ricky snatched the vial of crimson liquid from the Ryan's hand. From the Ryan's hand? Hello? Her tangled hair bristling like hackles. So, no, wrong person. So, what did you get in exchange for helping them? Yeah, Till is my fave. Also, I feel like his songs are the ones I can sing relatively. Bro wants to become Till. What is that phrase that people use when you're like, you kin the character, I guess, is what it's called, when you want to be them? Who's your kin? Quiz. And if I don't get so-and-so, I will kill someone. Oh, perfect. The lollipop rolling around in Ricky's mouth dropped to the floor with a dull thunk. All right! This is loud. Turning it down. Ah, fuck! Log, tell me what she just said. Nothing. I didn't get anything. Even lying. What? Even the world's most genius seems to be hopeless at lying. Oh wait, it says, God, can I read? Ricky pursed her lips as if to whistle and threw her wavering gaze aimlessly into the air. What a pathetic liar. Kill her! Like I said before, they threatened me. I had no choice. No, it does not. Ricky hurriedly pointed accusing fingers at Jesus and Dale, scrambling to justify herself, but her flimsy excuse was promptly cut down by Ryan's penetrating glare. You're not the type to just roll over because someone threatens you. You probably turned it around and made your own demands. What did you ask for? Dale's blood, perhaps? What? Well, how did you figure that out? Ricky's voice rose sharply into a Shrek. I don't want to talk about it. As if she just encountered a ghost. It's not exactly hard to guess what you're after. A fine line between genius and folly, they say. Recalling an old Bastet proverb, Jesus nodded inwardly, seeing it perfectly demonstrated before our eyes. I do not... This music and the situation at hand is really not matching, like Prim said. Ricky, who was always a knack of unsettling others, looked so flustered now that Jesus found the sight oddly refreshing. At the very moment, Ricky cleared her throat a few times and abruptly changed the subject. So, are you all gonna tell Shujin about this? Ryan cast her gaze far into the distance. Supposedly, she'd forgotten everyone else in the room. Uh-huh. Her reply was completely devoid of emotions. Excuse me, Captain. Wouldn't it be better not to share this information with anyone except those directly involved? At the unfamiliar name, Jesus raised her hand and asked politely. Shujin is involved. This answer didn't come from Ryan, but from Ricky, who spoke absent-mindedly, already hunched over her microscope. Pardon? 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 I sue... Sorry, I had to yawn, so I had to face away. I'm still waking up from my nap, maybe. Jesus glanced at her, but Ricky was fully absorbed in what she- the nap that I did not take, in what she saw through the lens. The bright red liquid had already portioned into a petri dish. Prophet. Oh, that hot white, dress lady? The words slipped unconsciously from Ricky's lips as she stared, transfixed at the dish, and it reached Jesus' ears. Why bring up the prophet now? Munch, munch, crunch, crunch. Jesus had no idea why Ricky suddenly brought up the prophet, so she found herself replaying the words over and over in her mind. Could it be that dun dun dun? Shujin is the prophet? Who? Who's Shujin? Isn't that an academy? Shujin Academy. What is that from? Shujin Academy. Shujin Academy. It's on the tip of my tongue. Shujin. Shujin Academy. Where is it from? It's from something. Chat, help me out. You know what it is. You guys are nerds, right? Coming to that conclusion, Jesus turned to look at Ryan. Ryan affirmed her conclusion in silence. So even the prophet has a wren. What is a wren? It was natural for anyone born human to receive a wren. A name, and yet the prophet had always seemed beyond something so ordinary. The prophet was the supreme leader of solarism, the only human blessed with a gift to hear Ra's voice directly, born of a holy saint destined to serve as a spokesperson of all. I think it's from one of my fighting games, I just can't pinpoint it yet. No! Okay, Google, tell me. Shujin. It's from fucking Persona 5! It's the school! It's from Persona 5 Royale! Ah! I should have known! Yes! The school they call it to is called Shujin Academy. I knew I wasn't crazy, but I also am, because how did I not remember that? Anyways, back to the task at hand. Since ancient times, each had simply been called the prophet, the title passed down unchanged through generations. I never imagined that the prophet would have a wren. You too. I burped. Why am I just saying everything that I did? Oh, I thought we were talking about the song. Oh my days. Angel. Come on. Keep with the times. Ryan's low voice yanked Jesus out of her thoughts and thrust her back into reality. Damn, I wish somebody thrusted me into reality. You both know exactly what kind of position you're in, don't you? Her sharp gaze, oh, Dale looks hot, pierced straight through Jesus and Dale. A sigh rose in Jesus' chest, but she swallowed it down and steadied herself. Of course, there's no way she'd just let this slide. Excessive use of force, insubordination to superior orders, unauthorized absence from Eclipse grounds, unauthorized infiltration into Hathor. Even decades behind bars wouldn't be long enough. I'm kind of screwed. Feeling as though, the ground had given way, holy crap, did it fucking get stun locked by this black screen? Feeling as though the ground had given way beneath her, Jesus squeezed her eyes shut. Her thoughts immediately returned to Dale. Oh, Dale, under me, kissing her neck, kissing her lips, putting my hands under her shirt. And then Ryan is like, quit having horny thoughts in front of me. Already under disciplinary actions, deserting her post again might earn her an even harsher punishment. Captain, this was all my decision, actually. I dragged Dale into this because I want to resolve this case. You. Dale's glare, sharp enough to kill, shot towards Jesus. Cut it out. Though Dale hissed a low warning, Jesus ignored her completely, bowing deeply towards Ryan. Dale uncovered the most crucial information in this investigation. Please, I beg you, show her leniency. Watching the two quietly, a sigh of exasperation slipped from Ryan's lips. Fuck you guys. Get out of my school. Your absence was carried out under my orders. What? Jesus' head snapped up in surprise at the unexpected pardon, her face lighting up. This will be the last time I cover for you. I won't bring you before the military tribunal. But this time you will sit in detention and reflect on your actions. Though her reprimand seemed to end there, her gaze lingered on Dale. Understood. My apologies. Jesus bowed again. Beside her, Dale stood motionless, like a statue carved from marble. A beautiful statue carved in marble. Every single curve and notch has been perfectly molded. Everything about her so soft and perfect. It's like gods have sculpted her themselves. God, when I could get a taste of her, and Ryan's like, fuck, not again! Imagining the cold barred cells of detention with just a tiny bed and a narrow window, Jesus secretly swallowed down another quiet sigh. Jesus, you will accompany the prophet to the upcoming summit. Yes, ma'am. Jesus answered reflexively, but as soon as something was off, or soon realized something was off. Huh? She tilted her head in confusion. What? Startled, as if struck from behind, Jesus whipped her gaze towards Ryan. The annual summit, coinciding with the Law Festival, was a critical meeting attended by the kings of all four kingdoms. Why do I feel like I read this before? I hope I saved last time. I wouldn't know, because it's been since November. Only the four kings, the prophet, and a single designated escort poor leader could enter the summit chamber. Are you sure I haven't read? I feel like I did. And traditionally, it has always been Ryan who attended the summit, as I feel like I've read this. Uh-oh. Google? The fuck do I do? Unable to understand why Ryan would assign her to such an important role, Jesus felt anxiety knot in her stomach. But Ryan offered no explanation, only a quiet, toneless murmur. I will probably be excluded from the prophet's escort this time. With those words, a heavy silence settled over the lab. Icy water had been poured over them. Suddenly a crisp, almost playful beep echoed clearly. The laboratory door swung wide open, framing the corridor outside in a neat rectangle like a painted canvas in Jesus' vision. Standing there was... I want to eat her out. Pause. After confirming the figure standing at the door, everyone in the laboratory, except Ricky and Dally, immediately gasped and straightened their posture, greeting respectfully in unison. Before me stands Her Majesty, the King of Maat, sister blessed by the noble sun. At ease, everyone. I'm only here to see Ricky. I feel like I've read this. Having seen what the room was packed with Eclipse agents, or more precisely after her eyes fell upon Ryan, Sabrina waved her hand dismissing her guards to remain outside, then strode into the lab. How in the world did you get here, and what's with that card? Ricky jammed a finger dramatically at the Eclipse ID dangling from Sabrina's fingers, her face twisted in disbelief. Observing Ricky's astonished expression, Jesus felt a thread of curiosity emerge from the tangled confusion of thoughts. Ricky had been slightly thrown off balance by Ryan, sure, but now... Her normally loud voice had risen to a pitch Jesus had never heard before. To think she could fluster Dr. Ricky that much. Just what kind of person is the King of Mott? I have... read this. I swear to fucking God I've read this. I'm being gaslit by the game because there's no way I haven't read this. I'm checking. I am checking because now it's gonna bother me. I swear to God. No. Or unless I can read the future. I haven't. The last stream apparently. Wait, no. No, wait, what? I guess not. I guess I haven't. I think I'm crazy. I think I've gone absolutely fucking insane or something because... Can I read the future of lesbian visual novels or something? What the hell? Or not even read the future, but I don't know. Chu woke up extra freaky. I stay freaky. Thank you, Alceda, but also hello. Just when a person is the King of Moth, the Prophet lent it to me. Said you'd be here. Damn it, Shujin. Ricky, a world-renowned scientist and engineering from Moth, and Sabrina, who rose from the Minister of Science to the presidency of Moth, were legends in the science. I've read this! I swear to fucking God! I'm being gaslit. Thanks to their innovations, even ordinary citizens of Moth could enjoy the blessings of divine abilities, making it the nation with the least discrimination based on innate power. I swear to fucking God, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy! I'm not crazy! Yeah. I'm crazy! I'm fucking insane! What? Ah! Sorry. Was limited hesitation in Eclipse facilities and burdened by numerous restrictions. The rumor had the... I mean, I just looked at the stream and we've already been introduced to this character. However, the scenes look completely different, so I'm really confused. I knew the two of them were colleagues, but I didn't expect them to be this close. Then we've already met them before, apparently. With this sitcom-like scene suddenly unfolding in front of her, Jesu maintained perfectly military posture and stole a quick glance to look at Dale. Through Dale's stance seemed indifferent and casual, she remained properly in place. Jesu quietly exhaled and maximum get on top of his files now. Let her see them. See his photograph in memory, not know about. I've read this! Who are you calling an idiot? I've read this, I swear to fucking God, I'm not crazy. Ricky shrieked frantically as she scrambled in panic to cover her research materials while Max and Adora stood motionless as if their feet were rooted in the lab floor. Was it Sabrina's presence exerting this strange presence? Ricky was always chaotic in conversation, but today she seemed especially unhinged. Should we do please. They looked unmistakably like old friends. So Hasty glanced at Ricky and gently suggested stepping out. No, don't you dare leave me alone with her! Okay. Let's take a moment. Okay, real moment's been taken. Ricky convulsed, shrieking and flailing wildly. Sabrina stood with her folded arms, her gaze calm, fixed on the engineer's meltdown. To her, it was supposedly nothing more than a mildly entertaining theater. The collision of their starkly contrasting energies felt as though it might produce steam at any moment. It's fine, I'm just up by briefly before my next appointment. I'll be on my way soon, so everyone, please continue with your work. I've read this! Easy for you to say. How are you mere soldiers supposed to concentrate with the king? At the mention of king, Sabrina cocked her head. I want her cock. For a moment, her expression softened and she spoke kindly. By tradition, I'm called king here, but in truth, I'm just a president elected by the people. Please, everyone, don't feel so tense. Only that kiddo gets it. Everyone else is a clueless idiot. Ricky and Sabrina, after exchanging the word idiot once each, glared at each other for a brief moment. Crackling tension filled the air as if sparks might literally fly between them until Sabrina finally let out a sigh and parted her lips. Why don't you come to the ground? Why did you? I've read this! Went to the memorial. Ricky furrowed her brows deeply, tilting her head as though someone had just whispered an incomprehensible cipher in her ear. After a long pause, she seemed to process it at last, her expression flattening into an indifference as she tossed out a blunt reply. Because Nan isn't there. I've literally had this conversation. I swear to fucking God I'm not crazy. As if she had expected that answer, Sabrina released a sigh, then slicked back her gleaming hair under the muted lights. I want her so bad though. Visiting the departed on memorial days is as much for the living as it is for the deceased, you know? I remember that. I know that you said that, and I do remember that. In other words, I'm saying do it for your own sake. You've said that! Every year, don't you get sick of it? She said that she doesn't want to go to her Nan's thing because she doesn't believe that she's there and it's not the point of having the memorial or anything. By the time Ricky's sure, I know they just said that and you're gonna be like, oh, they just said that, you can't. Shut the fuck up, I'm like... Oh, I swear to fucking God. I'm not crazy. I've read this. I've had this whole conversation in this exact room with these characters. It's not deja vu or anything, like I've straight up... By the time Ricky's sharp words flew, she'd already drifted over to her desk, dropping some unknown liquid into a beaker with practiced precision. What's there but leftovers of what used to be Nan? What's the point of going to look at it? For my own sake? I was wasting my own time staring at a pile of dirt supposed to do anything for me. She finally tore her eyes from the beaker, brewing a storm, and met Sabrina with a gaze as cold and lifeless as stone. Her voice was monotone, like a string of equations. She was already looking back down, fiddling briskly with something on her desk. You, seriously. Hey, Sue? Yes, ma'am. Ricky suddenly called the name of the nearest person. Hey, Sue. She jumped, blurting out a bewildered response before she could catch herself. Although Ricky called Hey Sue and Dally by name more often than others, being addressed so abruptly at such a bizarre moment was shocking nonetheless. What do you think? Should I really have to stand there every year? We've had this! Come on, Eclipse, cries Dace. What's your logic? Go ahead, answer. I do remember we talked about this and I had to choose. Do I remember what I chose? No. Asa couldn't follow the strange, rapid turn of the conversation had taken. She deflated like a punctured balloon. Her voice was weak. When she looked around again, she found herself skewered by a pair of cool, clear eyes watching intently from behind lens. No, not just those eyes. Every single pair of eyes in the laboratory had turned squarely... Oh no. Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? Either way, you can still be... You can have your own opinions on things, they're not wrong! I think Her Highness has... Dr. Ricky... Dr. Ricky, what's wrong? Please calm down! Leave her be. She always loses it when things don't go her way. Ace's panicked voice, flustered by Ricky's sudden fit and incoherent ranting, stood in stark contrast to Sabrina's composed words brushing softly against her. Glancing down, Jesus realized Sabrina had silently stepped forward, closing the distance between them. Thank you for agreeing with my big speech. Not at all. I truly felt the same way. It's a relief to see that Ricky is surrounded by so many good people now. The Prophet, Captain Ryan, and you, Agent Jesus. Oh, I'm honored. Oh, please, there's no need for such formalities. As I mentioned before, Matissa hasn't had a monarchy for quite some time. Anyway, seeing Ricky doing well has my mind at ease. I'll be counting on you until next year. Are you planning to come back next year to try to convince her again? Yes, of course. Just wait, Agent Jesus. One day you'll witness Ricky visiting her grandmother. Sabrina's eyes, clear and serene as a cloudless sky, betrayed not the faintest doubt in her words. Those eyes, gleaming behind her lenses, were like an autumn sky seen through the flawless glass, and as Jesus gazed into the boundless clarity, an inexplicable conviction stirred within her. If anyone could reach Ricky, it could be Sabrina. Then I'll let this intruder take her leave. Work hard on your research. Yeah, go on and leave and don't ever come back. As if her earlier fit had never occurred, Ricky was now pressed close to her microscope, perfectly composed. Only those curt words echoed from behind. After Ricky's biting remark woven sharply from threads of cold-hearted indifference, Sabrina turned away without a single word of regret and gracefully walked out of the lab. The door clicked softly shut behind her, echoing quietly through the laboratory, and after the storm had passed, the lab had resumed quieter, heavier than it was before. At that very moment, Ricky's piercing voice shattered this quiet stillness like a hammer striking glass. When Jesus turned to the source, there was Ricky, her face hovering above the microscope, cheeks flushed as if she had just made a discovery of the century. Dally. Like a delighted puppy springing joyfully back to her side, Ricky practically bounded towards Dally, so eagerly that Jesus half expected to see invisible ears. I've read this. I fucking read this. Oh my god. I'm checking again. I'm checking my fucking VOD again. I swear to fucking god. I swear to fucking Buddha I read this. They're having the exact conversation in my last stream on November 17th. They asked me the question. And I chose the same thing. I'm really predictable, aren't I? I've had this. I knew it. I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not. Oh, I just got to this scene. I have done this. I've done this. Oh, I've done this. Am I fucking insane? Look, read this. Jesus carefully watched Dalle's figure grow smaller as she followed Max down the corridor. My last load from November 17th, 2025. Jesus quietly watched Dalle's figure grow smaller as she followed Max down the corridor. I'm not crazy. I'm not fucking crazy. I loaded this. You saw me load this file. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I didn't just spend the first 49 minutes of stream reading something I've already done last stream. I'm just gonna sit back down. Are you gonna repeat it again? Are we gonna do the exact same sequence again? What do you mean I didn't save back then? Look! November 17th! Jesus quietly watched Dalle's figure grow smaller as she followed. What are you guys fucking talking about? I loaded the file. I loaded the save file. I don't know! I don't know! This is the exact same scene from the... I don't know. I don't want to talk about it anymore. As if sensing Jesus' gaze, Dahlia turned her head ever so slightly, her eyes softening into a reassuring smile. Did I? I'm so confused. I'm so fucking confused. When I accidentally fucking yeeted myself out of the game earlier, did I fuck something up without realizing? Oh my god, I don't know. I feel like I've lost my mind. Dahlia turned her head ever so slightly, her eyes softening into a reassuring smile. It was a look that seemed to say, don't worry, we'll see each other soon. After all that remained had vanished from view, only Jesus and Ryan remained standing in the hallway. Captain, will I really be going to the summit? You are. Sorry, but why? Unable to suppress her frustration, Jesus' voice came out artlessly petulant and stubborn. I feel like I just had to crash out of the century right now. Even considering their personal bond, openly questioning a superior's officer's orders could easily be seen as insubordination and punished accordingly. Hayes, however, was too unsettled to keep that in mind. Dahlia and I committed the same offense, so why is it just me who... Ryan watched her without saying anything, another word, waiting for Jesus' frustration to run its course. That's not all. How could a mere agent like me possibly attend such an important summit? It should be you. After I report the intel you uncovered to the Prophet, I'll call an emergency Eclipse executive meeting. That's where I will test that woman. That woman? Ryan said nothing in reply, but Jesus knew immediately whom she meant. I don't want anyone to want to bring me into the loop. The person linked to the recent hyena terror attack, and the one also connected to Claudia and a Pep. Hey, a Pep. That's in Genshin Impact. Chief of Amit, Henzel. Jesus and Dahlia were the ones who had given Ryan the information linking Henzel to Claudia. If I end up in conflict with her, I'll likely be excluded from guarding the summit. She always looked for an excuse, claiming I received favoritism from the Prophet. Nothing has been decided yet, has it? Even if it turns out that way, it's beyond my capability to fill your role. Please reconsider, Captain. Gently, Ryan placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. Jesus, right now, the only one I can truly trust. Ryan's expression, normally so severe and rigid, softened noticeably. The only one I can rely on is you. Insert epic anime music. Please take care of Sujin for me. Jesus knew well enough that although Ryan often showed softer sides towards Team 1 members, she had always been meticulous about keeping personal feelings separate from professional duties when it came to official missions. Yet now Ryan wasn't speaking as a superior officer, but as an older sister asking Jesus for help. Ryan rarely, if ever, asks for help from anyone. Feeling an unknown anxiety from Ryan's uncharacteristically vulnerable request, Jesus purposely grumbled. You could just stay by the Prophet's side by yourself. I had a bad hunch about this. I doubt I'll be able to stay with Shujin at this time. Ryan simply reached out and ruffled Jesus' hair. Please stay by Shujin's side in my stead. When Jesus was a child living with Ryan, she would often stroke her hair just as she did now. Back then, Jesus had been much shorter, always having to look up to meet Ryan's eyes, but now she had grown so tall that Ryan actually had to reach up to touch her head. You'll need the executive's approval, but you've earned their favor with your role in the recent terror incident. That's super cute, actually. Chew in the chair? What? Oh, I think I know what you mean, actually. That's funny. Someone draw that. That's funny. Ricky and our chief will support you. Alright. Jesus, about Dahlia. Ryan started to speak but fell silent the moment their eyes met. Never mind. She's like, don't scissor her. So are we off the loop or inside the loop? We're off the loop for as far as I can tell. That whole section was like up to that point where I was like leaving my chair and yelling into the microphone. That was all the same, but this, after that, it's been new or whatever. As if shaking away some unlingering uncertainty, Ryan shook her head. I'll go over a few key points, so listen up. The Hermit. Wind whispers from afar as starlight scatters above her head. I got the Hermit achievement. Why has the mere presence It's a meeting concerning national affair. I don't know what I just said. Leben, the chief of Anubis, the administration department, cast a displeased look across the table at Ryan. Perhaps it was her towering frame and deep and resonant voice, but whenever she spoke, the air seemed to tighten. Whoa! I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. I definitely haven't seen them before. Beside her sat Anhell, the chief of Amit, the intelligence department, depressed, dressed in a sharp crimson suit. 'Cause you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. I might sing that for karaoke stream. I invited her here. I like the prophet. She's pretty. The prophet, seated calmly at the center of the table, answered in a quiet but unwavering voice. Prophet, we cannot grant entry to an outsider solely on the grounds of their relationship with you. Scissor me timbers, they're fucking hot! Anhell's words slid out cold and precise, like a crocodile watching from murky waters. It's 'cause she has green hair, doesn't it? Her jawline, accentuated above her perfectly buttoned collar, looked sharp as a blade. Alright, now we're ready for Scissor Town, aren't we? And her reptilian orange eyes, devoid of warmth, added the chilling aura surrounding her. I'm about to bust. I'm about to fucking bust. It's not even fucking funny. She's fucking hot! She's so hot. Like, it's not even funny, actually. It's not funny, guys. Stop laughing. I'm about to scissor this lady. I have urgent matters to report. Wow, why did I say that like a children's cartoon? Ryan began speaking matter-of-factly, as though she had fully anticipated the resistance she had now faced. We have not given you permission to speak. Damn, shut the fuck up. Leben slammed her large fist on the table with a resounding bang. I want to bang. An outsider must receive majority approval before being allowed to speak. Until then, you will remain silent. The other chiefs, silent until now, began stating their positions one by one as if on... Oh my god, I'm gonna come. I approve Captain Ryan's participation in her right to speak. Oh, scissor me timbers, this whole room is about to get clapped. Or do the clapping. I'd like to request under pressure. I know you'll kill it, especially the part where it's just David Bowie. Oh boy, you're putting David Bowie on me? That's a lot of shoes to fill. Like, a banger song though. I'm putting that on the list. Hold on. Priorities, people, priorities. Before I forget, I have my karaoke list. Let me... Under pressure. Get me to 3,500. We're actually not too far, I think. I mean, we've been doing... Sorry for the thing. I'm just checking. We've been doing very well, actually. I'm very proud of us. I'm about to scissor this lady! Wait, when did I say that? Maybe I'll clip it for later. Surely that'll get views. People love when people scissor, right? The chief of Neftis... Chat, tell me how to pronounce that. Nephititis? Nephi titties. Neftis. I'm eating a raspberry. Let me eat a raspberry. This raspberry is almost as big as Prim. Yeah, Nephi titties. That's what I said. The chief of Nephthys, the medical department, slowly lifted her right hand from beneath the table. She was one of the youngest chiefs, having only recently been promoted. I'd be under that table doing unfathomable things to her. Ever have the roof of your mouth be really itchy, and when you itch it, it's not relieved, it actually makes it worse? I feel like a grandma, everything's wrong. Will spoke clearly and confidently, unshaken by the impressive presence of her senior counterparts. I'll be taking her counterpants off. Approved. Hold on. Wait, no, I just want the one.
Approved.
Oh man. Almost before Will finished, the chief of Thoth, the science department, abruptly lifted her face from the table, the dark circles reaching down her down to her chin, suggested she had been locked in her lab all night before being dragged here. There it is! Yeah. Also, we can't see her dark circles because she's wearing goggles. Whoa! Scissor me timbers! Chat. Guys. So stupid. Mid-tell, the chief of Horus, the investigation department, let her gaze linger on Ryan, a shadow of concern flickering across her otherwise impassive face, but only for an instant. I approve as well. She quickly returned to her neutral expression, casting her vote with a calm, detached tone. With the approval of Nephthys, Thoth, and Horus, I grant Captain Ryan permission to speak. The prophet, donning the serene and compassionate visage of a divine emissary, swept her gaze across those gathered around the table. This whole fucking room be fucking. Oh my god, I love these women, and I wish I was in that room present because I will be showing them a real disaster. Period. Although Leben and Henzel looked openly displeased, they chose not to voice further objections. Henzel, one fucking chance. Just one. Just one. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want with your weird crocodile features. I don't give a- do it. Do it. I will match your freak, I'm just saying. The reason I summoned Captain Ryan here is simple. With the Ra Festival, a moment- oh my god, Prophet. Just one chance, Prophet. Just one chance. Please. Oh my god. Just one chance, a moment. Just one night. That's all I ask for. Not even a night. 15 minutes. I'll take that even. Fucking 5 minutes. Just to smell you. I won't. Just one day away, we must swiftly resolve the unfortunate incident that has occurred within the land of Solar Ra. You're referring to the terrorized I presume. I was under the impression that Operations Team 3 was already assigned as the response team. I instructed Captain Ryan to conduct a separate investigation. You gave this woman authority to investigate without so much as a word to the rest of us? She wants to be passed around like a blunt rotation in that room. That's what I'm literally saying. Fuck. Just like, please. Oh, it's not. I just need one arts, please, of me surrounded by these women. I would like Dale also, but Heisu and Dale, you know, they gotta have each other. But me with all these women at the same time? Wait, you know, I need the other guys too. Wait. I forget their names. I forget what they look like. Well, I have a vague idea what they look like. But hold on, it's the evil ones. Holy shit, spell Eclipse, you fucking Special Forces Evil. I don't know what they're called. Evil. Okay, I don't know. The one with the goat mask? The one that transformed into a bird or something? You know what? Just pass me around like a blunt everywhere. To all of them, actually. Just do all of them, please. I understand, Chu. Don't worry. I got my own rotation. I'd want to be passed around and shared to the class. Liban glared at the prophet, eyes filled with disbelief, yet the prophet's face remained adorned with her characteristic, benevolent smile. I trust there is a compelling reason behind this. As Hensel's cold voice faded, Ryan began her report. No! Just tell us what your rotation is, my guy. I'll get straight to the point. Team 1 discovered fabricated sections within the investigative materials submitted by Operations Team 3, the leaders of the Hyena Terror Task Force. Fabricated sections. One chance. One chance. One. Please. Will you give me one chance? I think she doesn't want to give me a chance. I believe you're all familiar with Claudia Mental Care Hospital. Some of you even attended the opening ceremony. According to the According to the investigation, it was revealed that all the terrorists had histories of receiving treatment at Claudia Mental Care Treatment. Hello. Yet in the report shared by Team 3, the hospital was listed as a different facility. They deliberately altered the documents. Chief Hensel, do you have any insight as to why Team 3 would make such a mistake? Ryan turned her piercing gaze towards Hensel. Is there a particular reason you're asking me? Just one chance. I'm making grabby hands. Sorry, but isn't Team 3 under your supervision, Chief? I supervise Team 3? Why would I, as a chief of the intelligence department, oversee an operation team that falls under the jurisdiction of the investigation department? That makes no sense. And so please, just one fucking chance, please. Just one. I don't care if you're fucking evil. I don't fucking care. Inject me with what you will. Pause. Her voice and expression held no trace of emotion, making it impossible to discern her true intentions. In stark contrasts, Leben couldn't hide the waves of anger rolling through her. How dare you! Trying to interrogate a chief without evidence! You're just a mere captain! Leben jabbed a finger at Ryan, her face flushed crimson with rage. Her behavior felt undignified for an Eclipse executive, but she seemed far beyond caring in her fury. Yet Ryan, unfazed by the towering woman seething before her, continued with a calm, unwavering voice. Then let's move to the murder that took place within Eclipse. Team 1 secured testimony indicating a connection between Hyena and Claudia. However, the moment we obtained it, the suspect was murdered, right here inside Eclipse. When we attempted to review the security footage from the day of the incident, the administration's department informed us there was no records. What of it? We received a report that a sudden blackout caused the system error. Yes, and the emergent systems also failed. But even so, isn't it suspicious that every single security recording from that day vanished? Unless, of course, someone deleted them deliberately. That is utter. What the hell? This is utter nonsense. Hensel uncrossed her arms, shifting her posture as she tapped a sharp fingernail against the table. What do you mean? She's wearing gloves. Ryan adjusted her glasses before finally speaking. I suspect that someone with an Eclipse assisted the intruder. Her words cut through the air like a blade. That means... You're saying there is a traitor inside Eclipse. I insist that all individuals and teams under suspicion... Ryan stood up, placing both hands firmly on the table as she leaned forward. Be excluded from both the Raw Festival's security detail and the Hyena investigation. Her calm yet piercing gaze settled squarely on Leben and Hensel. Captain Ryan, I will not permit such reckless accusations. I find this troubling. The documents showing Team 3's mistake and the missing security footage? These are matters that warrant thorough discussion, especially as we prepare for any future terrorist attacks. Leben glared at Ryan and Will with reddened eyes. Your Grace, you always keep Ryan, this woman... Why are you saying this woman as if you're a man who hates women by your side in every matter, large or small? Someone who should remain more neutral than anyone else. Are you trying to use her spinning baseless stories to push me and the Chief of Amit out of the picture? Chief Leben, you're out of the line with the Prophet. Ugh, seriously, so noisy. Why don't we just kick all the suspicious folks out of this festival together? Okay, I don't want to be passed to Ricky. I'm not really into Ricky. Sorry. But everybody else, pass me around like a blunt, thank you very much. Or toss them way back, somewhere they can't even catch a glimpse of the kings or the prophet. Ricky, idly picking her ear, blew on her finger. Her attitude dripped with boredom, as if everything was just too much trouble. Chief Ricky. Mittel placed a hand on her forehead with a weary sigh. Whether it was Ricky's nonchalant behavior, deflating the mood, or simple exasperation, her stiff expression finally eased as she continued. With the director absent, it would be better to refrain from further wasteful arguments. It seems we'll need more time to investigate. Let's table this matter until the upcoming Summit and Raw Festival, and revisit it properly with the director then. Considering this event brings together hello fucking fingers. This event brings together only the most distinguished guests. Caution is never a bad thing. Even without the director's approval, we must use our authority as chiefs to take at least minimal precautions. It would be reasonable to exclude those mentioned today from any key responsibilities during the festival period. How dare you treat us like criminals? What she has done here is blatant insubordination. Will there truly be no consequences? Leben shook with fury, her eyes sweeping the room with a menacing glare. That won't do. The sharp clink of a coffee cup returning to its saucer echoed through the air, accompanied by a cold voice that validated Leben's protest. Then how about excluding Captain Ryan from the key duties as well as the summit and festivals are over? Mittel looked around to seek agreement. The other chiefs nodded silently. Would you agree, Your Grace? Very well. The prophet did not change her expression, but paused briefly before responding to their decision. Then throughout the festival as well as tomorrow's summit, you must be escorted by another agent. This year marks the first time your heir will be officially announced to the public, so an extra measure of caution is essential. Your Grace, whom will you appoint? I got the poisoned chalice. Ryan was removed from the Prophet's Guard. Achievement. I'll be collecting these. I wonder how many achievements there are. Sorry, there's 64, and I have 23 out of 64. Jalter, Salter, Barkas, Morgan, Leafay, Springfield, Kyoko Meijiro, Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's. I understand. Not permitted to speak inside the hall unless directly addressed by the kings. Before me stands her smile, when suddenly a voice sharp as a razor sliced through the air between them. Megan, one chance. Just one chance. The room is getting really big right now, but just one chance. I know. I can tell. Because you're a hella aura farmer, I can tell that you are just... You know what I mean? I love the fucking bird mask. Prophet, nay. Voice. Itchy throat. My weakness, a plague doctor. Prophet, I hear you've made quite the foolish mistake this time. The King of Hather's voice was cold and cutting, instantly freezing the room's atmosphere into a tense silence. The mistake, you say? Maintaining her calm and gentle smile, the Prophet softly returned the King's piercing comment. Surely you know what I speak of. To have let an intruder slip into Eclipse, and to have lost the trail of the terrorists? As though her words had been a signal, the gazes of the others shifted towards the Prophet. The disgraceful events that had transpired within Eclipse had already become an open secret among them. If I remember correctly, Sister Megan, Eclipse had made no public announcement regarding this matter. So, where did you hear of it? Despite the icy tension filling the hall, the prophet's serene smile never faltered as she calmly posed her question to Megan, the king of Hathor. Does that truly matter? Or do you not think the real problem lies in your failure to immediately inform us of something so vital, prophet? Megan tapped the head of her scepter with her index finger. Just one chance, oh my god! Just one chance. Just one. God damn. Oh, ooey zooey. Ooey zooey. The sharp sound echoed through the husband. What? What? Hushed hall. Husband? Huh? It's getting worse. Where even breathing seemed to have stopped. The prophet paused, choosing her words carefully. It was simply a delay in informing you, nothing more. To entrust the power of life and death to one who cannot even defend her own nest. It is truly absurd. Her voice lashed out, her eyes flashing with scorn, declaring the prophet's words unworthy of even consideration. Sion, just one chance, just one chance, just one chance, just one chance. I suggest you mind your tone when addressing Her Holiness, King of Hathor. With a soft snap of the fan concealing the King of Basset's Sion's face closed neatly. A faint, carefully painted smile lingered on her lips, composed yet unreadable. Just one chance, just one chance. I stand wholly with the King of Basset on this matter, King of whatever. I will not tolerate any words of insult directed towards Her Holiness. Sabrina, the King of Mat, issued a quiet yet resolute warning that cut through the air, leaving no room for doubt. I must say I side with the King of Hathor on this matter. Khalifa propped her chin on her thumb and pointed to the prophet with her index finger. Prophet, you know I hold you dear, but the recent incompetence of the son has crossed the line. King of Tefnut, mind your words. Oh, King of Mat. Khalifa's voice, typically playful and charming, abruptly dropped into a cold and dangerously low tone. Right now, as we speak, those crazed terrorists are openly running amok across Tefnut. Yet you dare tell me to watch my tongue? Megan toyed with her scepter, a faint chuckle slipping from behind her mask. They're like cockroaches. Khalifa's expression was twisted with disgust, as though she were envisioning them crawling across the very table in front of them. You may only see one, but behind the scenes they're already swarming with it beyond control. While these vermin multiplied and thrived, what exactly has the sun been doing? Her fierce gaze, now completely devoid of its earlier warmth, struck directly at the prophet. By the time it has reached a point of no return, any effort to remedy the situation becomes meaningless, prophet. Though Megan's expression remained hidden behind her mask, the intent in her voice was unmistakable. For the first time, a faint crack touched the prophet's serene smile. The situation was spiraling out of control. Jesus swallowed hard and looked across the hall. Prophet? Oh my god, where's my mouse? Prophet! Jesus' worried gaze naturally drifted towards her own monarch. The spokesperson of God, the sovereign of the sun, renowned for wielding absolute authority, looked almost diminished. No, if anything, it looked as though they were... Apologies. If anything, it looked as though that very renown was crushing her beneath its weight. The days when the prophet ruled the unquestioned majesty as an absolute sovereign now felt like a distant legend. The sisters, clutching the crown broken into 4 pieces, had long since forgotten their mother's boundless grace. The present prophet's noble nature, always willing to give without asking anything in return, remained a source of pride and guidance for the Solarians. But to those driven by ambition, it had become a weakness to exploit, a perfect opening. This isn't good. She needs at least one more ally. At this precise moment, Sion tapped her fan against the table with a gentle thud, pulling the room's attention back to her. Murders have been rampant across every nation lately. They appear to be the handiwork of the same terrorist organization. May I ask what countermeasures Eclipse is preparing against this threat? Tefnut will no longer seek aid from the hands of the sun, even if we are bound by the blood of Ra. King of Tefnut! Sorry, I made you yawn. Sabrina, perceiving Khalifa's true intentions, quickly raised her voice in alarm. The Sisters of the Sun, symbolically protected by the Great Mother's nation, the land of Solar, had never needed to maintain their own armed forces. Khalifa's declaration made her meaning clear. She intended to break from that sacred protection to abandon the thousand-year covenant entirely. In effect, she was declaring military autonomy for her nation. Is the current system truly one that serves peace, Prophet? Beneath the ineptitude of the sun, what crime has the innocent souls committed to deserve their silent deaths? As a sovereign of Hathor, I intend to choose a path that will protect my people. King of Hathor and King of Tefnut. Sabrina's voice remained composed. Anger simmered beneath her voice. This is a time of celebration, honoring the Great Mother and the founding of law. Discern whether what you seek is true peace or merely the fulfillment of selfish desires. Despite her pointed words, Megan and Khalifa stood firm in silence, unwavering in their results. Then Sion, who had been carefully observing the unfolding tension, cautiously spoke at last. Since the birth of all nations through the will of the Great Mother, we may now stand at the most crucial crossroads of our time. An imbalance in power often sows the seeds of misfortune. Her eyes drifted across each king seated at the lavish table, lingering throughout and every face. Then she spoke softly. Prophet, Bastet too wishes to reclaim the power that is rightfully Bastet's own. With a quiet rustle, her fan spread open like wings. And firm behind it came the declaration that ended the pact. Damn. That sucks. At the faint click of the door locking behind her, Jesus finally released the breath she's been holding. Under normal circumstances, she should still have been at the Prophet's side inside the hall. But once the summit concluded, 3 of the 4 kings departed immediately, leaving only the King of Mott with the Prophet. After confirming that the others have departed, Sabrina approached the Prophet. Prophet, there is something of grave importance I must discuss with you. All escorts withdraw at once. Sabrina's tone made it clear she intended a private audience with the Prophet alone. But after the tension of the summit, Jesus wouldn't ease her vigilance, royal command or not. Before me stands Her Majesty, the King of Mott, sister blessed by the noble sun. I beg your pardon for my insolence, but humbly request permission to remain at a distance, should my watchful presence offend. Jesus carefully placed her hand over her heart, bowing her head, and speak in the most respectful tone she could muster. Mustard is pretty good sometimes. Though Sabrina appeared relatively kind in nature, opposing a royal command, especially as a mere soldier, required significant resolve from Jesus. I will speak privately with the King of Mott. Okay, I need art with all the kings. The goat mask. Prophet, of course. The meeting that we had earlier with the chiefs or whatever. That person from the cafe who is actually a shapeshifter or something. I need to be in a room with all of them, passed around like a blunt. Please. Is that so much to ask for? Also, it's Lesbian Visibility Week. I forgot. It's Lesbian Visibility Week. Can we say, let's go lesbians? Let's fucking go lesbians? Let's go. And, there's this cute picture. Oh my god, it's so fucking cute. There's this cute picture that the devs of this game posted. And I fucking love it. I will actually kill for them. Let's go, lesbians. Let's go. We stay lesbians. You're a lesbian. You're a lesbian. You're a lesbian. You're a lesbian. Just imagine I'm pointing at you. Sorry, my throat's itchy. Look how cute! They posted this art and I fucking love it. It's not even a fucking joke. I love this so much. I need to see Dahlia and Jesus tongue it out. Now! Anyways, let's go lesbians. We love them. Before Sabrina could respond, the prophet's voice reached Jesus first. Jesus quickly lifted her head, looking towards the prophet, but she shook her head gently. Please wait outside, Please wait outside the chamber. The prophet's expression was weighed down with solemnity. Then I will stand by the door. No, I assign you to patrol the festival grounds. Make one full circuit of the festival streets and return to the chamber. But, Prophet, my apologies, Agent Jesus. If she pressed further, even for the prophet's safety, there would be consequences. Yet it wasn't a fear of punishment that silenced her. It was the earnest plea in the prophet's eyes. Her heart wavered, and she found herself unable to voice any further objections. Family gathering, disaster as always, is the achievement that I got. Yeah, fuck family. Family stinks. Me and my homies. Family. You know what I mean? Yeah. Lesbians. The summit hall where the most distinguished guests had gathered had undergone rigorous inspections by every available Eclipse agent for months, continuing right up until the event. It was fortified with Eclipse's most advanced security systems, forming an impenetrable defense. Aside from the designated shelters, it might have been the safest place in all of Eclipse. Even so, dismissing an escort in such a volatile situation was a risk that couldn't be ignored. Surely a prophet understood this perfectly, Rolla herself. Perhaps she truly does need complete privacy, but more than that, she looks like a child, desperately trying to hide the shattered pieces of a cherished vase from her mother. That's very specific, Jesus. This wasn't the first time Jesus had sensed this. She couldn't shake the uneasy sense that the prophet carried some personal guilt towards her. But why? Am I just imagining it? She killed your mother! I'm just guessing. Jesus shook her head, trying to clear her scattered thoughts, and turned to the guard standing firm before the chamber doors. It's already locked tight. You know what else is tight? It's not going to be after I get passed around like a blunt, but you know what I mean. No one can open it from the outside. Still, better be careful. Keep a vigilant watch. Don't let anyone enter. Yes, ma'am. Reluctant to leave the closed doors behind, Jesus lingered for a moment, just as the King of Bastet and her escort approached gracefully from the opposite corridor. It has been a long time, Agent Jesus. Before me stands Her Majesty, the King of Bastet, sister blessed by the noble son. Though Jesus performed a respectful bow, a soft and familiar smile curved at her lips. Please, there's no need for such formalities between us. Sion's eyes narrowed with a cat-like smile, as if amused. Have you been well? Yes, and I trust you have been in good health as well, Lady Sion. Sion, the current ruler of Bastet, and Jesus had known each other long before this moment. Jesus' solar family, renowned martial elites, Marshall, and Sion's scholarly and cultured Ika family were Bastet's most influential clans. Their political power had long shaped their nation's course. Moreover, both families had produced generations of distinguished rulers. Yes, thanks to you, I'm relieved to see you in good health. By the way, yes, the prophet remains within the chamber with the King of Mat, I presume. Jesus recognized that Sion's question was rhetorical, so characteristic of her, and answered accordingly. Yes, the King of Mat is presently in audience with Her Grace. My. Her voice sounded almost deliberately composed as Sion's fan snapped open with a soft rustle, its slender ribs concealing her lips. It would not do well to be seen showing undue closeness to the ruler of a particular nation. Such impressions could give rise to rumors. You're funny. Thank you. At least I'm something. The words drifted from behind the fan, tinged with concern. Beneath the carefully woven tone, however, lay a quiet, unshakable resolve. Once they had stood as equals, now Jesus was merely a soldier, and Sion the sovereign of a nation. No matter how vital Jesus' role within Eclipse, the heart of the land of Solar, a subtle but unmistakable line now separated them. Jesus did not dare answer the noble ruler. She remained silent, her lips pressed together. Sion's graceful eyebrows arched delicately, resembling the soft curves of willow leaves. I speak only out of concern, of course, especially in times as unsettling as this. How important could their discussion be that an exceptional guardian like you, Agent Jesus, would be dismissed so carelessly? Still, Jesus found no words she could offer in reply. All she could manage was a neutral expression, her silence, the only reply she could give. Sion, she hasn't changed at all. Heisu rarely viewed other people's words with suspicion. Indeed, she took others at face value so often that Max frequently grew angry on her behalf, snapping, "That's sarcasm," in sheer frustration. Yet even Heisu, with her smile and direct nature, could feel the hidden intent behind Sion's words. It pricked against her skin, distinct and sharp. After studying Heisu for a brief moment, Sion's fan finally snapped neatly shut. "If it would not inconvenience you, might you grant me a bit more of your time, Agent Heisu? It has been such a long time. I would like very much to have a leisurely walk and a chance to speak with you again." From her noble lips, the gentle invitation slipped forth. Shit. Sure. The chariot with reins gripped and resolve, the path ahead allows no pause. Did I fuck up? I don't fucking know. Why did they time gate those? Why do they time gate it? Are they trying to make it realistic because you have to respond right away? I don't know what she's thinking, but there's no reason to refuse. I am honored, then I shall accompany you for a while. Should I have chosen the other one? Sion's eyes curved, a faint smile touching her lips, clearly pleased with Heisu's answer. She usually wore a dry, carefully painted smile, but this one held a trace of real warmth. Oh, this is a genuine smile. For a fleeting moment, the noble woman before her overlapped with the younger Sion she remembered. Back then, Sion had been different, open with her feelings, unguarded. Before they were tangled in the affairs of adults, they had simply been friends. They attended the same private school, Seodang, and spent hours climbing the hills behind their homes. To Heisu, Sion had been a treasured friend. They had shared a cherished chapter of their childhood together. Heisu still remembered when Sion flared up in anger at Dale, who had suddenly begun living with Heisu. The memory of Sion's pouty, teary-eyed face as she shouted, "Go back to your home," nearly made Heisu laugh out loud. She was truly adorable back then. Can we get a picture of that? She'd hate to hear me say that now. Not long after, the rivalry between the families intensified and tore their friendship apart. Friendship. Rumors whispered that Sion had undergone relentless training to master and suppress her emotions as part of preparation to become their heir. Even after that, we ran into each other a few times, but it was always just a brief greeting before we went our separate ways. The memory of 15-year-old Sion returning her greeting with a cold, distant stare rose in Heisu's mind, and a sharp pain, I think, she said. Sion quietly signaled to her guards to fall back and began walking. Heisu fell into step beside her. When we were younger, we used to walk and talk like this all the time. Yeah, we did. It felt like ages ago. You haven't changed it much at all, Agent Heisu. Oh, really? Yeah, you're exactly the same. But you, Lady Sion, you've become so dignified. Back then, Sion tripped over rocks, cried easily, and despite being the same age, somehow felt younger to Heisu. Memories of that smiling, tearful, endlessly talkative girl drifted through her mind, pulling her towards nostalgia. Oh. Before she could finish, Sion's fan snapped sharply against her own palm, a quiet command to stop. Ah, did I say something wrong? Sion, just one chance. I just had some Pizza Hut for the first time in my life. It was pretty good. Hell yeah, man. Every time you say Heisu, I keep hearing Jesus said in a funny way. Jesus. Did I say something wrong? Unease pricked at Heisu, but she kept walking, lowering her gaze to read Seon's mood. Seon's expressions remained immaculate, like polished porcelain, yet the tips of her ears were faintly pink. Oh, she has a crush on Heisu for 100%. Is she embarrassed about our childhood? Why would she be? The air grew heavy. Cold sweat began to gather along Heisu's back. Sion's fan opened again, spreading wide enough to hide her ears, now flushed like cherry blossoms. 3 months ago. Yes? I heard you visited Bastet. Yeah, I was there briefly, on assignment. Sion kept her eyes fixed ahead, refusing to look at Heisu as they walked. Chong-Yun greeted you when you arrived, didn't she? Ah, yes. This is bad. The casual remark struck Heisu square in the chest, sending ripples through her like a stone dropped in still water. Chong-Yun had once served Heisu's mother, Ra-Na, with unwavering loyalty, cherishing Heisu like her own granddaughter. But after Hesu left Bastet with Ryan, their bond faded into silence. With the fall of the Solar family, Bastet was swept by ruthless purges. Hesu and Chongyun disappeared from each other's lives without even a letter, dodging blades carried on political winds. A few months ago, Chongyun had reached out, perhaps believing that age and retirement had finally freed her from the Ika family's scrutiny. Fearing for her safety, Hesu had refused, but in the end she couldn't turn a deaf ear to the elder's earnest plea. Please grant an old woman's wish before my time comes. She should have refused more firmly. Now that the thought of her wavering might have endangered Chongyun made her dizzy. Cold sweat dampened her brow. She rushed to explain. No, it's just that I happened to be in Bastet on a mission and I sort of insisted on seeing her. Just a second. It had been so long, I missed her. Her lips trembled, her cheeks twitched, despite plainly across her face. She truly is like a grandmother to me. Given her age, I was just worried about her health. That's all. Sion listened to the hurried explanation, then inclined her head to slightly behind her fan. I understand. I, too, occasionally seek Chongyun's esteemed counsel. It's reassuring to know she remains in good health. However, yes? You said you missed Chongyun? Yes. What is she implying now? Hesu swallowed hard, eyes locking nervously with Sion's. Did you not miss me? She definitely has a crush on us. That's why she was so jealous when Dale was living with us. I'm just... And you know what? Just give me a chance, Sion. Me, not Hesu, me. Just one chance, just one, please. I can maybe change your life. Pardon? Surely she had misheard. Were we not childhood friends after all? Sion's expression grew solemn, as if to assure Hesu you heard me correctly. I love this. Had I known you were coming, I would have prepared a grand feast. Truly, I am quite hurt. Her brows dipped slightly, a small mole above them shifting with the motion. Over the rim of her fan, those bright eyes gazed up, piercing through Hesu's astonished expression. I mean, that's... Hesu searched desperately for an answer. She scoured every corner of her mind, certain that somewhere, somehow, the correct words lay hidden. Yet despite her frantic efforts, no satisfactory answer arose. She began to realize the reply likely did not exist within her mind at all. Perhaps such wisdom couldn't be found even among the sages. Fighting the overwhelming impulse to press her fingers against her temples, Hesu just barely managed to keep herself composed. It was merely a jest. A jest. I never thought you'd take it so seriously, Agent Hesu. Lady Sion, please don't tease me like that. Though Hesu intended her voice to carry a playful note, a surge of emotion, difficult to mask and impossible to deny, welled up fiercely inside her. As you said, Agent Hesu, perhaps I truly have become more dignified. In the past, I would never have dared to tease you. A curious smile spreads across Sion's face, part satisfaction, part amusement. Just then, one of her escorts approached in Bastet's traditional attire. White cranes that the emblem of the Ika family were delicately embroidered across the elegant fabric. Sion, half hidden behind her fan, exchanged quiet words with her escort. Although the soft voices were reserved only for each other and never reached Hesu's ears, she deliberately lifted her gaze to the sky to show she had no intention of listening. It seems the Royal Council is ready. Today was most delightful, Agent Hesu. Ah, yes, I greatly enjoyed it as well. Please take care of yourself, Jonna, Your Highness. The years had been long enough to reshape the land itself, but the lessons of her youth remained etched in her body and soul, impossible to forget completely. Hearing Hesu's farewell, an honorific steeped into the distinct grace of Bastet, the corner of Sion's mouth turned gently upwards as she spoke in return. I hope we shall meet again soon. I bid you farewell. Leaving only those words behind, Sion turned gracefully, her movements precise and free of any unnecessary flourish. Hesu placed a hand over her chest, bowing lightly as she watched Sion's departing back. When Hesu's mother had served as Bastet's ruler, the kingdom had actively pursued foreign relations while remaining cautious about embracing full industrialization. Yet after Sion rose to leadership, Bastet's state-led industrial revolution had quickly blossomed, drawing wealth and recognition from across the world. That is no longer any concern of mine. With a bitter and lonely smile on her lips, Hesu's eyes followed the gradual fading figure of the King of Bastet. The Fox Hunt. I got another achievement. Should I continue? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go, there will be trouble. And if I stay, there will be double. So come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? I'll do one more act. Hey, move it. At this rate, we're never gonna finish. Enough the nagging. I heard you. Merchants bustled about, ringing solar lanterns through the trees and setting out food and souvenirs made from local specialties. The streets hummed not only with vendors hard at work. All right, everyone, smile. 1, 2, 3. Yay! But also the passerby swept by the revelry. As the world's largest celebration and universal holiday, the Raw Festival drew travelers from every corner of the globe, all eager to bask in its splendor. The Raw Festival marked a day when the kings of Bastet, Tefnut, Hathor, and Mott came together in unity, celebrating both the founding of the land of Solar and the prosperity bestowed upon the land. It is said that when the creator of Ra shaped humankind, she granted them 7 blessings. Ka, the life force, Ba, the soul, Ha, the body, Ib, the heart, Ren, the name, Shut. Shut is meat in Icelandic, the shadow. And finally, Ak, the power of resurrection. In honor of these 7 blessings, the Ra Festival celebrated in grand fashion for an entire week. If things were as they should be... Yeah, I'll just go on for a little bit longer. But just this act, because it's fucking late. A faint emptiness tugged at Jesus' heart as she caught glimpses of the travelers' bright, carefree smiles. Where's Dale? I miss her. I would have been patrolling with Dale, sampling streets along the way. But Dale was now confined to the brig, punished for breaking her probation. Jesus stood for a long moment, staring up at the Eclipse building where Dale was likely being held, before stepping into the crowded market street. She wandered listlessly through the cheerful throng. What a word. Though the prophet had tasked her with patrol, Jesus wasn't naive enough to miss that it was simply a convenient excuse to remove her from the hall. Before she knew it, her steps had carried her up the gentle slope of the hills, crowned by the tree of the sun. It's quieter than I expected. Aside from a handful of couple and families, the place was relatively empty. A stroke of good luck, considering how popular it usually was. Walking beneath its branches, heavy with glowing solar lanterns. Ugh. She's settled into a quiet corner, away from those capturing their joyful memories. Finish the entire game in this one stream? No, Lich, I won't. I have 26 out of 64 achievements. That's gonna take me all fucking night. And I'm hungry and tired. On the calmer side, opposite the bustling market street, the river was painted gold, swallowing the sinking sun. Slowly, the lingering voices of the kings echoed once more through her mind. Tefnut will no longer seek the aid of the sun. Is the current system truly one that serves peace, Prophet? Bastet, too, wishes to reclaim the power that is rightfully Bastet's own. What will happen now? The 3 of the 4 kings, all but the King of Mott, had openly declared the peace treaty void, announcing their intent to break free from the land of Solar's protection and establish military independence. Although prosperity and peace under Ra's divinity authority were often recounted proudly, such tales belonged to storybooks of thousands years past. Their meaning had long since faded into little more than myth. For the current rulers, peace had become nothing more but shackles threatening their sovereignty and power. Even the pretense of peace has reached its end. Without realizing it, Jesus' fists clenched tightly as she shook her head. Gentle ripples shimmered on the flowing river, their reflections dancing softly in her eyes as though offering a quiet consolation. A soft breeze stirred her golden hair, tenderly brushing away the lingering heat on her brow. Perhaps it was the soothing touch of nature that drew her thoughts back to the day she had spent by the ocean with Dale. Thinking about wife. Thinking about wife. Holding wife. Touching wife. Touching me. Touching you. Hold on a minute. Sweet Caroline. Meow, meow, meow. Good times never seem to... That's probably fine. Speedrunning a VN is like speedrunning reading Lord of the Rings, just ain't happening. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, you could just skip the whole thing, but that's not really the point of speedrunning, right? You're supposed to actually play it. Not skip it. You know what I mean? Hold on. I deserve a raspberry. Maybe the raspberry's making me itchy. Well, no, I've been itchy for days, for weeks even, for months even. Okay, maybe not months, weeks. Maybe it's pollen. Hasty kicked off her shoes and socks onto the sand and ran straight into the ocean. Whoa! That's fucking gnarly, my dude. The sharp scent of salt filled her nose, and she flinched as a cold wave wrapped around her feet, but the hesitation lasted only a moment. Whoa! The sand's getting between my toes! Okay. Fine white grain slipped playfully between her toes. Okay, why are we going specifications on her toes? I don't think it's the raspberries. I've been itchy for a while, and this is my first time eating raspberries for a long time. I've been having an itchy throat. I think it's pollen or something. And she quickly found herself entranced by the strange tickling sensation. The waves rushed forward with a whisper, climbing teasingly towards the shore before retreating, only to return again. With her feet submerged in the seawater, Jesus stood there for a long moment, mesmerized by the rhythm. Then, without warning, the gentle tide surged violently, splashing up to her knees. Ugh. Look at all this. Or look at this. I'm all wet. Jesus rolled up her soaked trouser legs and hurried away from the surf. As she brushed the wet sand from the fabric and lifted her head, she found Dali watching her with a genuinely fond smile. Oh my god, lesbians. Oh my days. Please kiss. Please kiss with tongue. I knew you'd like it. The ocean. You love it. Oh. Of course, Jesus had seen the sea on screens or from a distance, but she'd never felt any desire to stand before it herself. It had always been simple. It's the sea, it's pretty. But now, feeling it against her own skin, she understood. It was exactly the kind of thing she could love. Ah, you always act like you know everything, please. Lesbians, I love you so much. Oh my god. If something happens to you, I will die. Oh my Shaylas. To Dale, she must have seemed like an open book, far too easy to read. A ticklish feeling ran through her, like foxtail grass brushing lightly against her skin, and she teased her in return. I do, when it comes to you. A tender, warm smile blossomed on Dale's lips, mirroring the crimson sunset that glowed faintly along the horizon. Oh my god, lesbians. Oh my god. I love you! The rustle of leaves in the breeze, so different from the steady rush of waves, pulled Jesus back to the present. Beneath the gentle glow of the countless solar lanterns, the tree of the sun shimmered with an unusual brilliance. Maybe that was why. The shadow stretching from Jesus' body looked darker than ever. It made her feel as though she was standing ankle-deep in black mire. Come to think of it, when I first met Dale, she acted like she'd known me all along. After finishing her morning walk, Jesus was tending the garden. Suddenly, she heard the faint rustle of branches brushing together behind her. Tiny Jesus! Oh my days! Tiny Dali! She's so little! She's so teeny tiny! Size of a grape. When she turned around, a small child emerged abruptly from within the nearby bushes. The girl looked about Jesus' age, perhaps a little younger. From shallow scratches left by thorns to deeper worrying cuts, her body was covered in wounds. Her clothes hung in ragged tatters, and she stood barefoot. Oh, my Shayla. The child suddenly called out a name that wasn't Jesus, yet the desperate look in her eyes was unmistakably fixed on Jesus. Was she calling for her mother? Given her disheveled state, she might have been separated from her mother, or chased by someone. Jesus carefully scanned the area, checking for any signs of danger. At the same time, she stepped closer, moving cautiously so she wouldn't frighten her. It's okay. Come here. First, she needed to calm her. She approached as if nearing a frightened wild animal, then reassuringly reached out and took the child's hand. Where's your mom? The child's trembling traveled straight through Jesus' fingertips. She leaned closer, peering into the child's face with quiet care. Her eyes were drowned in a sorrow as dark as ink. Seeing the grief etched into her expression, Jesus parted her lips, but no words came. As if sensing her uncertainty, the child intertwined their fingers, reassuring her without a word. Heisu looked down at their clasped hands and let out a soft laugh. Hey, if it's okay, would you like to come with me? Yes. The child's hand, once cold as ice, now felt warmer, perhaps because Heisu's warmth had seeped into it. I came back to... Oh my shit. She leaned her full weight against Heisu, nestling into her like a child seeking her mother's arms. And in the next moment, she slipped into unconsciousness. Oh, my Shayla. The road back. All roads lead to you. I could stop here, because technically I finished the section if I got an achievement. Yeah. I'm gonna leave here. I'm tired. I knew. It is 1:30 in the morning. And I am fucking tired. I'm sorry. I will try to play this game again and not take a fucking year. No, it's not a year, but many, many, many months not to play it because I am enjoying this game and I want to see more lesbians actions and I want to see the Scissor Me Timbers type shit. But that's gonna have to do it for today. Thank you, my loves, for coming. Hopefully a video is going to come out tomorrow. I think it's going to be Tomodachi Life. And also tomorrow I'm probably going to stream maybe mouth washing, possibly, question mark. That is a question for future me. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a great day / night. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. I should, maybe,